तारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी भाष्यकारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते। नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगत हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय ते नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरकृष्णे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
माता जी।
कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण माता।
सादर प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम माता जी। हरे कृष्ण
माताजी, देवी आणि माताजी, दीप्ती माताजी, दीप्तीपत माताजी आणि शैलेशपत Prabhuji, there is a link in the chat for Gujarati class. Please, you are requested to join. I'll repost again. You have joined just.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, voice is
Yeah,
not.
this is the link. This is the
Okay.
link for Gujarati class. You can join them. This is English.
Okay, Mata. Okay, thank you.
We are reading prayers of Lord. There are only like 13 verses, 13 shlokas. We try to finish. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtikim Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim YatkrupatamahamVande Paramananda Madhavam Shri Guru Deenadayalam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Dev Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Come for today's class. So, we are reading prayers of Lord Indra. This is from Canto 10, chapter 27. Start with the verse 9. Tavavataro ayamadhoksha adhoksha jeha भुवो वराणाम् उरुभारजन्मनाम् चम्पतीनाम् अभवाय देव भवाय युष्माचरणानुवर्तिनाम् तवावतारो अयमदोक्षजेह
तयावतारो अयमदोक्षजेह
भुवो भराणाम् उरुभारजन्मनाम्
भुवो भराणाम् उर्भारजन्मनाम्
चमूपतीनाम् अभवाय देव
चमूपतीनाम् अभवाय देव
भवाय युष्माचरणानुवर्तिनाम्
भवाय युष्माचरणानुवर्तिनाम्
तवावतारो अयमदोक्षजेह
तयावतारो अयमदोक्षजेह
भुवो वराणाम् उरुभारजन्मनाम्
भुवो भराणाम् उर्भारजन्मनाम्
चमूपतीनाम् अभवाय देव
चमूपतीनाम् अभवाय देव
भवाय युष्माचरणानुवर्तिनाम्
भवाय युष्माचरणानुवर्तिनाम् Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You descend into this world, O Transcendental Lord, to destroy the warlords who burden the earth and create many terrible disturbances. O Lord, you simultaneously act for the welfare of those who faithfully serve your lotus feet. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This verse utilizes an attractive poetic device. Lord Krishna's descent into this world is said to be for the abhava, literally non-existence or destruction of the demoniac warlords, and simultaneously for the bhava, or existence, prosperity of those who faithfully serve the Lord's lotus feet. True existence indicated here by the word bhava is Satchidananda, eternal and full of bliss and knowledge. To an uninformed observer, it may appear that Sri Krishna is simply rewarding his followers and punishing his enemies the way any other ordinary person might do. This specific doubt about the Lord is raised extensively in the 6th canto in connection with Krishna's taking the side of the faithful demigods against the faithless demons in a particular cosmic cosmic war. In that canto, the Vaishnava authorities clearly explain that in fact Lord Krishna is the father and lord of all living beings, and that all his activities are therefore meant for the benefit of all existence. Lord Krishna does not really cause the non-existence of anyone. Rather, he curbs the foolish, destructive, material ways of those who defy the laws of God. These laws are created to ensure the prosperity, harmony, and happiness of the entire creation, and their violation is an unjustifiable disturbance. Certainly, Indra hoped that Lord Krishna would count him among the devotees and not the demons. Although considering Indra's actions, one might doubt whether his loyalties actually lay. Indra was aware of this possible doubt, and thus, as we find in the next verse, he tried his best to surrender to the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you. The translation. You descend into this world, O transcendent Lord, to destroy the warlords who burden the earth and create many terrible disturbances. O Lord, you simultaneously act for the welfare of those who faithfully serve your lotus feet. So here also, so we hear Krishna also saying this in Bhagavad Gita, right? That to save the pious, that is to Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkuta dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That I come to this material world to protect the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, and to establish the dharma. Right? So Krishna says that. It's the same thing here. We can see that even Lord Indra is mentioning to reduce the burden of the earth. So we know, like when before Krishna was born, like all devatas went to Lord, even Mother Earth also she went. Like she went to Brahma that because of they were all the miscreants. Like the people are when become more demoniac and they are not spiritual. Then they are like burden to the earth. So Mother Earth she approaches Krishna that he has to remove the burden. Even the devatas, everyone go and request Krishna that he has to come to this material world. So one question to all of you. So actually Prabhupada mentions here that it is not Krishna's work to, it's not that he is always involving in the destruction or in the removing the miscreants. So basically the equal opportunity Krishna gives to everyone, right? So it's whatever Krishna has given, he is giving the equal opportunity to all. But the demonic don't want to take it, right? So if someone asks, what is Bhagavad Gita about? Is it himsa or ahimsa? What will be your answer? What does it teach? Bhagavad Gita teaches us himsa or ahimsa?
Himsa, when the time is right, is not a bad thing. I mean, he persuaded Arjuna to participate in the war, killing all the enemy demoniac people. So it's not that you have to always be ahimsa. When the time is right, when the circumstances demand, it is okay to be in a fightful spirit.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Yes, who is about Snigdha Mataji want to add something?
Yes, Mataji, it will be considered as ahimsa only because whenever it is required, it has to be done. Otherwise, there will be so much of miscreants.
So how we can tell it is ahimsa because so many killing is happening now on battlefield.
Yes, madam, but for the benefit of full world or universe, that's right.
So that is actually difficult to answer, right? Whether it is himsa or ahimsa. So basically, Bhagavad Gita does not teach himsa or ahimsa. Basically, it teaches about dharma. Krishna is only saying do what is right, which is religious. So not like the killing is required means required, like you all mentioned. Like so, basically, when the adharmic people are harming all the good people and are not religious, so these kind of things are happening. Then obviously there is a need for establishing the rightful king, right? So that he would give the God conscious to everyone. So that was required to establish, like in order to make Yudhishthir Maharaj the king, Krishna had to be in favor of Pandavas. So sometimes it looks like Krishna is partial to his devotees, but Krishna actually gives the equal opportunity to everyone. So when he came, so it is said when the creation was made, and Krishna had sent all the the devatas, right? So he gave all the responsibilities to different devatas to create this material world. And then there in Bhagavad Gita also in the chapter 3, it is said, Sahayagna praja sruštva puro vacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam esa voshtrishta madak. And it says, देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः परस्परं भावयन्तः श्रेयः परमवाप्स्यत. So when I created this, Krishna says that I made this creation, and along with I gave them the Vedas, he gave them the necessary things for sacrifice, and the devatas were there, and then the living entities were created, so that everybody can live peacefully. Like we have to do the sacrifices, and internally, indirectly, we satisfy the Supreme Lord. And when we satisfy the Lord, so obviously everybody are satisfied. They, like in Kali Yuga, for each yuga, Krishna gives a different sacrifice, right? For Kali Yuga, it is mentioned the Sankirtana Yagna, Yagna Nam Japa Yagnosmi, right? So for Kali Yuga, Hare Nama Hare Nama Hare Nama Eva Kevalam Kalau nasti eva nasti gatir anyata. So for Kali Yuga, Krishna has given this chanting of the holy name, and who has given this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So what happens is like these laws of the Lord are same for everyone, but the people who are not God conscious or very demonic mentality, they don't want to follow the rules. But so they think that it is not, they will not get punishment. See, basically, when something physically we can see somebody is suffering. I mean, see, even in the material world, like there are small rules. If we say like somebody is like crossing the signal and there is an accident, and or that person will be fined, right? So or somebody engage in the robbery, he'll be put into jail, for 1 year, 2 year. Like there'll be a punishment. Or somebody is engaging in more serious things like killing someone or murder, like that. That person would be hanged or lifetime imprisonment. So people can see that if you don't follow, if you don't follow the rules and regulations or the laws of the state, so there is a certain kind of punishment. But when it comes to the laws of God, right, uh, we cannot directly see like a person engaging in sinful activities. Sometimes we see that those people are always enjoying. I mean, they're always enjoying, they're living a very luxury life. So we can't see that. And people think that I can go on doing like this kind of activity and still nobody can no, do anything for me. But that is not the thing, right? Because there is somebody, like there is a supreme power. Krishna is watching. Krishna is there in our heart, and he is watching all our actions. And so how we are going to, whoever is engaged in sinful activities, there will be right, he has to face the consequences, even if it is not in this life. In next life he has to go see the consequences. And even in Krishna explains in chapter 16 also, like how tanaham vishatakruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipamyajastam ashubhan asureshveva yonishu. So one who is engaged in such kind of activities, life after life, they would not be able to come to me, and I will put them in the lowest of their existence. So it's not that, but then they don't want to believe that. They don't want to accept the scriptures. So just like Prabhupada says, no, like it does not, a child does not know, like the fire can burn his fingers. So, but then fire will not have any discrimination, right? Even the innocent people, whoever put also, it will burn. So similarly, the laws are same, rules are there for everyone. Even if we like it, we don't like it, we will get the consequences. So these people who are all who are there to disturb the saintly peoples and to create disturbance in this earth, Krishna will have to punish them, right? So through his agents, or sometimes when he comes, when he appears in this material world, Krishna punishes them, right? So So these laws are created to ensure the prosperity, harmony. So we know that the Vedas also, it, like even if the people are like, why did we come at first place? Because we wanted to enjoy, right, in this material world, independent of the Lord. So Krishna had to create this for our own good, but then he supplied all the necessities and he arranged us to live also, and then he gave us the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, so that we can read that and make best use of this human life. Like Prabhupada says, best, bad, no, this is a best bargain, right? Of the, I mean, because this human body is very temporary, but in that also we can make best use of it by engaging in devotional service. So devotionals, whatever, like Vedas actually speak about the 4 Purusharthas, right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. They are like for people who don't want to directly take to devotional service. So they can regulatively do the sense gratification, and slowly they can come to Krishna. But the end goal is to understand the Lord. So that is the reason Krishna created all these things. But sometimes it may look like Krishna is partial to his devotees, right? But the Lord is not. So here Indra is actually considering himself as the Devatas. Prabhupada mentions here that so sometimes it looks like his loyalty has to be questioned, because many times, many of the incidents where Indra, because of false ego, he sometimes disrespects, or he doesn't listen to the Lord, because he forgets that Krishna is Supreme Lord. But still, Krishna is always supportive of the Devatas, right? So that we can see in many of the incidents where the Lord supports the Devatas, right? So we have like examples of a cat catching its kitten, or a cat having its rat. So rat is not safe in the hand of but then the kitten is safe. So similarly, Krishna has his own way of punishing the both. The pious people, or the saintly people, a different kind of punishment actually he gives for our own good. When Krishna gives punishment for devotees, it is for our purification. But even for both of them, even for them also, sometimes he had to punish, right? So like we have the jail, right? We have jail even in the material world for people who do engage in the criminal activities, or like for their reformation. So similarly, this material world also is made for our reformation. So that everybody can come out of these sinful tendencies, and we can go back to Godhead, right? Or engaging in devotional service. The next verse, 10:27:10. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Purushaya Mahatmane Vasudevaya Krishnaya Satpatam Pataye Namaha. Namastubhyam Bhagavate
Namastubhyam Bhagavate
Purushaya Mahatmane
Purushaya Mahatmane
Vasudevaya Krishnaya
Vasudevaya Krishnaya
Satpatam Pataye Namaha.
Tatvatam Pataye Namaha.
Namastubhyam Bhagavate
Namastubhyam Bhagavate
Purushaya Mahatmane
Purushaya Mahatmane
Vasudevaya Krishnaya
Vasudevaya Krishnaya
Satpatam Pataye Namaha.
Tatvatam Pataye Namaha.
So wants to read? It's only translation. Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Obeisances unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Great Soul, who are all pervading and who reside in the hearts of all. My obeisances unto you, Krishna, the chief of the Yadu dynasty. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, in this translation, so Krishna, Indra is addressing the Lord as the great soul, because Krishna is also a soul, right? So we are also soul, and Krishna is also soul. So we know that there is only difference in the quantity. I mean, in the sense, like he is Satchit Ananda in full, but then we are also actually the soul is also Satchit Ananda only, but then we have limitation, right? Compared to the Lord, because Krishna comes in the Satchidananda form, in his transcendental form, right? And who is all pervading. So Krishna is there in everything. So even in Bhagavad Gita, we see like how we understand. Krishna says that I am in water, I am the taste of water, right? And anything eliminating, like and emanating, the whatever is what to say, what is that? Whatever prakasha means, what to say, that is the light, right? Whatever the light giving things are there, that is coming from the Lord, or it is the sun, like sun and moon, or also Krishna's, right? Prabhupada says they are like a Krishna's eyes, cold eyes, the hot and a cold eye. So everything when we see, we have to try to perceive Krishna. Why Krishna is giving all those things that I am pervading everywhere? Because so that we can see Krishna everywhere. That's how the pure devotee sees, right? We can also, when we have this knowledge, we have to try to see Krishna in everywhere. Not just that Krishna says that I am there in the heart of everyone, right? I reside in the heart of all living entities. So when we understand that, we have compassion even for the lower species. So because we know that there is Krishna is there, and also they are also a soul, right? Because of some karma, they have got that kind of life. But then we have to be compassionate, because only in human life we can uh, we have that intelligence to understand. They're in the animal life, they're not able to have the discrimination of what is right, what is wrong, right? We can only have compassion towards him, and like domestic animals, whatever we have, like we can feed them the prasad, right? So that at least in next life they can get a human form, because only in human form one can go back to Godhead. So even the devatas also, they aspire like to come to this material world, because only in material world it is said that it is easy for devotional practice. Because in the heavenly planet it is so opulent that they don't and they're like uh, Mishra Bhakti, mixed Bhakti devotion, because they are also attracted to the opulences and sense gratification. They can't do the pure devotional service. And Krishna is pleased only by pure devotional service. So only one can um, uh, win the heart of the Lord only by pure devotional service, right? So here Indra is uh, you know, paying obeisances to Krishna, the chief of Edu. He is addressing him as the great soul, the all-pervading, who resides in heart, and who is the chief of Edu. 10.27.11. Swachandopata dehaya vishuddha jnanamurtaye सर्वस्मै सर्वबीजाय सर्वभूतात्मने नमः. स्वच्छन्दोपात्तदेहाय
स्वच्छन्दोपात्तदेहाय
विशुद्धाज्ञानमूर्तये
विशुद्धाज्ञानमूर्तये
सर्वस्मै सर्वबीजाय
सर्वस्मै सर्वबीजाय
सर्वभूतात्मने नमः.
सर्वभूतात्मने नमः.
स्वच्छन्दोपात्तदेहाय
स्वच्छन्दोपात्तदेहाय
विशुद्धज्ञानमूर्तये
विशुद्धज्ञानमूर्तये
सर्वस्मै सर्वबीजाय
सर्वस्मै सर्वबीजाय
सर्वभूतात्मने नमः.
सर्वभूतात्मने नमः.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Translation: Unto him who assumes transcendental bodies according to the desires of his devotees, unto him whose form is itself pure consciousness, unto him who is everything, who is the seed of everything, and who is the soul of all creatures, I offer my obeisances. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We could hardly construe from the first line of this verse that God is somehow impersonal, but assumes a personal material body. It is clearly said here that the Lord assumes different forms according to Swachanda, according to his own desire, or according to the desires of his devotees. An impersonal God could hardly reciprocate with the personal desires of his devotees, nor could an impersonal God itself have desires, since desire is characteristic of personality. Therefore, Lords manifesting different forms in a personal way, responding to personal desires, indicates that he is eternally a person and manifests his different transcendental bodies as an expression of his own eternal nature. The word Vishuddha Jnana Murtaya is most significant. Murti means the form of the deity, and it is specifically stated here that the Lord's form is itself completely pure consciousness. Consciousness is the primary spiritual element, distinct from any of the material elements, and even distinct from the subtle or psychological material elements, mundane mind, intelligence, and false ego, which are simply a psychic covering over pure consciousness. Since the Lord's form is made of pure consciousness, it can hardly be understood as a material body, like the mortal bags of flesh and bones we carry around in this world. In the last two lines of this verse, there is a poetic emphasis on the word sarva, everything. The Lord is everything. He is the seed of everything, and He is the soul of every creature. Therefore, let us join with Indra in offering our obeisances to the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Translation. Unto him who assumes transcendental bodies according to the desire of his devotees, unto him whose form is itself pure consciousness, unto him who is everything, who is the seed of everything and who is the soul of all creatures, I offer my obeisances. So Prabhupada is discussing here that Indra is saying that Krishna is taking different transcendental bodies according to desires of his devotees. So we know how devotees, however devotees want to see the Lord, Krishna appears to them in that way only. Somebody want to see him as Krishna, Krishna gives them the, who are very pure, I'm talking the pure devotees. Krishna appears in the same form how they desire to see him. Is it the baby Krishna or the two-hand form of Krishna, or it is Lord Ram or Narsimhadev? However, Prahlad Maharaj would like to see Krishna as in the form of Narsimhadev. Right? So, Dhruv Maharaj, he saw Lord Vishnu, and we have Arjuna wanted to also see, first he wanted to see the Vishnu Rupa of the Lord. As Arjuna desired, Krishna showed him that, because he fulfills the desire of the devotees. And when somebody is fulfilling the desire, Prabhupada mentions here that he cannot be impersonal. Impersonal means there is no form. And if there is no form, they cannot have a desire. When the Lord has created, even when his creation, even all the desires are there in all the living entities, but especially in the human form, we have that independence. The little independence is given. We can also make it possible. The desires we can achieve also. Only when the Lord approves. Because the nature of the soul is said to be to desire, right? So obviously we can desire, then Krishna also desires, right? So here we see that there are Krishna somehow, what is it here? First, an impersonal God could hardly reciprocate with the personal desires of its devotees, nor could an impersonal God itself has desires, since desire is characteristic of a personality. So, we have Krishna appears in an impersonal feature also, right? There are different impersonal form of the Lord, right? Even Srimad Bhagavatam is said to be the Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna. It is a Grantha, right? In the Grantha form, is coming in the form of a scripture. And the name also, the name of the Lord also is said to be not different from the Lord. But these are all impersonal, where we cannot see the Lord, right? And the mridanga, all the paraphernalia we used for the puja. So it's all, it is said manifestation of Lord himself. Even the Govardhan, right? The Govardhan hill, it is also manifestation of the Lord, but it's an impersonal feature of the Lord. And one more impersonal feature, which is one of the 5 subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Which is Krishna. What are the 5? There are 5 subject matter, no, in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita actually deals with 5 subject matters. What are they?
Prakriti, Kala, Jiva, Ishvara, and one more.
Karma.
Karma, yeah.
Karma, yeah. So it is said that Ishvara, Prakriti, Jiva, and Kala, they're all eternal, and only the karma is not, because karma can change, right? Karma, based on our activities, like we have to suffer for our past karmas, no? But then we can change the future. We have in our hand, because the free will is there, and in this life, whatever I do, that will actually change the future karma, right? And when we are unalloyed devotion we are doing onto Krishna, so all the reaction of sinful reactions of old birth is also removed. Karmani nirdhayati kintucha bhakti bhajam. Krishna says that, Lord Brahma says in Brahma Samhita that one who takes on to devotional service and surrender to the Lord, so all the sinful reaction of even his past deeds, everything is burned to ashes. Right? That is possible. So there, why I mentioned was like Kala. Kala is actually a impersonal form of the Lord. So there are different impersonal features. But here we see where Prabhupada mentions here the word Vishuddha Jnana Murte is significant, because the Murti means the form of the deity. So where we know like Krishna actually out of mercy he comes in the form of a deity, and so that we can worship the Lord in the form of deity. He accepts everything. And there are many instances where we see that Krishna reciprocates. He sweetly reciprocates. There are many pastimes, like we have in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear the story of Sakshi Gopal, right? So how the deity actually, he walked to the village of the Brahmana, right? I think most of you know that story. All of you know that, right? The Sakshi Gopal story.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
So, yeah. So we know like how Krishna reciprocated to fulfill the desire, because the Brahmana, the older Brahmana, he had promised that he would give his daughter to the younger Brahmana, but helped him in the yatra, right? So, but then later his family denied, so he wanted to give. So Krishna, he had promised in front of the Sakshi Gopal, and keeping that as evidence, this younger Brahmana, he said, you have to come to the village, because those people said that if you bring the deity, if that is the true, you bring the deity. They questioned, and he was very pious person, and the young Brahmana, he came to the deity and he said that they want to see you, you have to come. Krishna says that no, I can't walk. No, how can a deity walk? So what does he say? What does he say? When the deity says that I can't walk, is very interesting thing.
Mataji, he says that just to prove his truthfulness, that he is telling the truth, he has to come and
he
say
says,
that.
yeah, he says something. He says that if the deity can talk, he can walk. And then Krishna had no choice. Here, right? So he had to come, he had some condition that he should not look behind and all that. But how can I see that I can hear he wear the ankle bell. So that we know, like after reaching the village, he turned and the deity stopped there. But then he had come all the way to his village. So that's how like Krishna fulfilling the desires, even in the form of a deity. Right? So there are many instances where Madhavendra Puri, we know, like 3 times Krishna, the Lord came in his dream, and first time he he said that I've been buried inside the earth. You have to remove and you have to perform puja, right? And then the second time he comes and he says that you have to apply the this one, right? Sandalwood paste. So Krishna comes, like there are many instances even for the acharyas, right? So there are many acharyas like who have, where Krishna comes and gives the instructions. So whenever, because Krishna wants his desire, if Krishna is not having desire, then how can he ask someone to fulfill it, right? So because he is a person, he has the desire. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu desired. What he desired, that all Goswamis, like they can, because the Vrindavan was not there, and the Radha Kund, Sham Kund, these are all were hidden, and only after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only he, those places were evacuated, and again the now we can see the Radha Kund and Sham Kund, which was there in during Krishna's pastime. All were not visible initially, right? So yeah, so these are all the Lord comes even in the dream, or he instructs his associates, and his desire is fulfilled, right? Even what Srila Prabhupada is doing, Prabhupada is also fulfilling the desire of his Guru Maharaj and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that yeah, everywhere my the name will be, everyone is going to take my name in Kali Yuga, right? So they're going to be a devotee who would come and who would spread, Mera Pati Bhakta. So he says that my commander in chief devotee would come and he would spread the holy name. So this is the desire of what. So the Lord's desire are very pure. Basically, he wants his all children back home, right? Just like parents would like to have children home. If similarly, Krishna also, he don't want us suffering here. He desires to that the conditioned souls come back to him, instead of suffering, right? So uh, so we have to we have to align our desires, because we cannot be without desires. The impersonalists say that we should not have desire, but the personalists or the devotees know that you cannot be without desires. All Goswamis, they had given up everything, all materialistic thing in their life, but they had desire, intense desire to serve the Lord. So that is the most Tatra Laulyam Ekamulyam, means one to advance in spiritual life, only thing one needs to have is intense desire to serve the Lord. So this desire is there in us, which is coming from Krishna only, right? Whatever we have that it is covered. Because of material contamination, our desire is also contaminated, and like we are getting attracted towards materialistic things. But when we get in an association of pure devotees and read Shastras, and then our intelligence become purified, then we are able to make discrimination, right? Which is actually right for me, and which I have to give up. So yes, so in this verse, we can see that Krishna, who is actually, Krishna also is desires, and he fulfills the desire of all the living entities. So unto such Lord, I am paying obeisances here. So Indra is praying, and who is a seed giving father, right? So the 12th. So this last two we have 10.27. Mayedam Bhagavan Goshtha Nashaya Saravayubihi Cheshtitam Vihate Yajne Manina Tivramanyuna Mayedam Bhagavan Goshtha
Mayedam Bhagavan
One
Goshtha
Gostha
Nashaya Saravayubihi
Nashaya Saravayubihi
Cheshtitam Vihate Yajne
Cheshtitam Vihate Yagne
Manina Manyuna
Manina Tivramanyuna
Manyuna
Mayedam Bhagavan Goshtha
Mayedam Bhagavan Goshtha
Nashaya Saravayubihi
Nashaya Saravayubihi
Saravayubihi
Cheshtitam Vihate Yajne
Cheshtitam
Vihate
Vihate
Yagne
Yagne
Manina Tivra Manyuna.
Manina Tivra Manyuna.
Translation. My dear Lord, when my sacrifice was disrupted, I became fiercely angry because of false pride. Thus, I tried to destroy your cowherd community with severe rain and wind. So now he's feeling guilty that he is accepting that whatever he had done, it was because of the false pride. Because when a person, that is why humility is very much stressed in the spiritual practice. So when somebody is puffed up with pride, because he thinks everything he is the boss, no? He cannot accept authority, anyone's authority. So spirituality means submission, right? One has to accept the spiritual master. One has to be submissive. Only then this knowledge is. How do we understand this knowledge? Only through submissive service, right? Humility. Runadapi Sunichena, Tarurapi Saishnuna, Manina Maladena, Kirtane Sadari. When somebody is in that state of mind, all the time they can think of the Lord, right? So we know that 12 Mahajans, they were completely, there is no false ego. They were always in remembrance of Lord because they were free from the false pride. When a person is in false pride, he cannot think of Krishna all the time, right? Because he thinks himself to be the controller and enjoyer. So then he starts to make offenses. So one has to be free. Bhagavad Gita, amanitvam adhambitvam. So one of the qualities of which Krishna says that one has to develop the real knowledge which Krishna gives in chapter 13 from 8 shloka to 12. Amanitvam adhambitvam. Right? There are so many things he says. So in that pride is also the second thing. Adhamba means without pride. One has to be. Krishna does not like this, right? So because these things make us do so many offenses at the lotus feet of the Lord or his devotees. So we have to be very careful. To the last verse, 10.27.30. Tvayeshanuggrihito asmi dvashtastambho krutodhyamaha Ishwaram Gurum Atmanam Tvam Aham Sharanam Gataha. Tvayeshanuggrihito asmi
Tvayeshanuggrihitosmi
Dvashtastambho Krudho Yamaha
Dvashtastambho Krutodhyamaha
Ishwaram Gurum Atmanam
Ishwaram Gurumatmanam
Tvamaham Sharanam Gataha.
Saranam Gatah.
Tvayeshanuggrihitosmi
Tvayeshanuggrihitosmi
Dvastastambho Krudhodhyamaha
Dvashtastambho Krutodhyamaha
Ishwaram Gurum Atmanam
Ishwaram Gurumatmanam
Tvamaham Sharanam Gataha.
Tvamaham Sharanam Gataha.
Translation. O Lord, you have shown mercy to me by shattering my false pride and defeating my attempt to punish Vrindavana. To you, the Supreme Lord, spiritual master and supreme soul, I have now come for. So Kannada is saying that please give me your shelter. So this is a devotee, devotees always understand their mistake or they ask forgiveness to the Lord. Right? That is submissive. But demons means even after doing mistake, they don't rectify it. So that is demonic mentality. But the devotees means they will understand that I have been, I had made the mistake, and he is submissive and he is surrendering to the Lord. Right? I think we completed with this. Shri Bhagavan. So, like even when Durvasa Muni, had had actually cursed. Actually, he tried to kill Amrish Maharaj, right? But he couldn't do that because Lord saved the Sudarshana. Lord sent Sudarshana to save Amrish Maharaj, and actually he was at he was in the difficulty. Like that time, Lord also advises him that he had to give up the false pride. So Krishna does not like. Maybe he had all the knowledge. He knew how to go to even Vaikuntha, though he couldn't stay there, but he was able to go to that by any place wherever he wished to. But because of pride, Krishna did uh, uh, save him, right? He said that only because he had done a Vaishnava aparadha. So these things happen when somebody is in pride, right? So that we have to be very careful. Okay, we have only 3 minutes. Okay, anybody want to we can do this uh, this one? Want to say Damodarashtakam?
Yes, yes.
Shall we sing?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes,
You can
Mataji.
repeat after me. Okay.
Yes.
I think you would have all done, na? You are doing, na? All are doing the Aarti, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Yes,
we will do.
Mataji.
But today, 7 o'clock, we couldn't do. 8 o'clock, we'll.
Okay, fine. So, okay, you can repeat after. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Prajamanam
Namamishwaram
Sachidanandarupam
Lasat Kundalam
Lasatkundalam Gokule
Brajamanam
Yashodabiyolokalaadavamanam Paramrishtamatyantato Drutya Gopya
Yashodabiyolukalaadavamanam
Param
Paramrishtamatyantato Gopya
Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugmam Rujantam Karambhojayugmena Satankanetram
Rudam tam
Rudantam
muhunetra
Muhurnetra
yugmam
Yugmam
vrijantam
Mrijantam
Karambhojayugmena
Karambojayugmena
satankanetram
Shatankanetram
Mushvasakam Patrirekhankakanta Titagraiva Damodaram Bhaktipaddam
Muhushadakam
Kanta
Sitagraiva
Sitagraivam
damodaram
Damodaram
bhaktibaddham
Bhaktipaddam
Iti Driksvalila Svaghosham Nimachantam
Iti
Shalila
Shalilabhiranandakunde Swaghosam
Swaghosam
nimajantam akyapayantam
Nimachantamakyapayantam
तदीयेषितग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिबन्धे
तदीशितग्नेषु भक्तिर्जितत्वम्
Bhaktiritvam
पुनः
Puna
प्रेमतस्तम्
Prematastam Satavritti
वरं देवमोक्षां न मोक्षां वदीं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशदपीह
वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा न चन्नं वृणेऽहं वरेशदपीह
इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालम् तदा मे मनस्या वीरस्तं किमन्ये
इदं
Idam
ते
te
वपुर्नाथ
vapurnata
गोपालबालम्
gopalabam
सदा मे
Tada me
मनस्य
manasya
वीरस्तं
virashakimanye
इदं ते मुकाम्भोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
इदं ते
te
मुखाम्भोजम्
mukhamatyantanile
व्रतं
Vritam
कुन्तलैस्निग्धरैश्च गोप्या
मुहुश्चं मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरस्तामलं लक्षलाभ्ये
Radaram me
मनस्या विराष्टामलं लक्षलाभे
नमो देवदामोदरानन्द विष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाभिमग्नम्
नमो
Vishnu
विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो
Magnam
कृपा दृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनां भतानु गृहाणि क्षमामाज्ञं यदाक्षिदृष्ट्या
कृपादृष्टिवृष्याति दीनां यक्षिदृष्टा
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्तैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धामुत्रैर्यद्वत् त्वया
त्वया
मोचितौ
मोक्षितौ भक्ति
भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेह
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह
नमस्ते स्तुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वास्य धाम्ने
नमस्तेऽस्तु नाम्ने सुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयदयाय विश्वस्य धाम्ने
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
नमो राधिकाय त्वदीया प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे
Krishna
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे
हरे
Hare Krishna. So everyone can read one point.
Yes, Mataji, I'll start.
Yeah.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from his wing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, and who was finally caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, O Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
to seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand. He is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
By such go ahead, Mataji.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikunta, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
Brunal Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisance unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly folly and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way please give it to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. Last one.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radha Rani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone. So there was one interesting analogy. I don't know if you have heard. What does it signify? We do so okay. How many times we have to do for the feet? How many
4.
rounds of arc? Yeah, and for belly?
2.
Yeah, face?
3.
3 times.
And then overall?
7.
7 times.
7 times.
So you know any interpretation? Have you heard I've heard recently read for the 4, right? 4 represents the Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, the 4 things. So we pray, Lord, please remove me from the cycle of birth and death. The primary miseries that we face. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, and Vyadi. And then comes the 2. So the 2 represents that there is 2 things, right? One is the materialistic thing and the other one is the spiritual. So we say that whatever activities that I do, let there not be anything material. Let it make everything spiritual, because all activities when we do for Krishna, it becomes spiritualized. So that is the one. And then the 3. So the 3 for face we do, that represents the 3 gunas, which are very hard to come out. So that we are praying the Lord that please help me to come out of these 3 modes of nature. And then the 7 that arti that we do, they say that it represents the elements we have. No, Krishna says, Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Khammano Buddhi Revacha. Right? So these 7 things. Ahankara, one more is there, which actually Krishna speaks about 8 elements there, which are his energies, the external energy of the Lord. So there, Ahankara is not taken, only the 7. Bhumi, the Bhumi is earth, Apo, water, Nalo, Anilo means fire, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and then mind, intelligence, mind and intelligence. Only these 7 they had given. And other interpretation for this 7 is also, one more is there, which says that 4, then again the 4, that Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, and then the secondary miseries. Adhyatmika Klesha, Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, and Adidaivika Klesha. So we can contemplate when we do the Aarti, we can just remember those and we can pray, Lord, that please bring me out of these miseries and help me fix my intelligence in your service, right? So that we should never forget the Lord. We can do that meditation when we do that. Okay, so Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining. So we completed
Thank you, Mataji.
prayer of Lord Indra.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice information.
Nice, na?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
beautiful, Mataji. Thank you.
yeah. Nice. Like when we're doing, we can contemplate. Like because we have to pray to Krishna, so it become very prayerful mood. Like when we are doing Aarti, we can contemplate and we can. Actually, in this Ashtaka, when we read, we see that I don't even desire for liberation, right? The devotee, like Vyasdeva, right? Vyasdeva, na? Who has wrote this? Vyasdeva only, right? He's the author.
Satyavrata,
Author is written as Vyasdeva in India. Yeah, Vyasadeva, and also, like you said, something is mentioned. The original spoken by Satyavrata Muni in conversation with Narad Muni and Shanakar. Original song. But here it is mentioned after. Okay.
It is given that found in the Padma Purana of Krishna Dvaipana Panena Vyasa, spoken by Satyavrata Muni in conversation with Narada Muni and Shaunaka Rishi.
Okay. So the Purana written by Vyasa, but this is actually this one is said by these two.
Spoken by Satyavrata Muni.
Yeah. So these two are. So we can, when we do that, we can. What I was saying, something right? What did I say? Something I was mentioning. Yeah. So we can contemplate when we do the prayers. And yeah, I was saying that in that he says that I don't aspire for any, I don't want anything, even the liberation. But here we say that please bring me out of Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, because we are not in that pure devotional stage that that give me only the devotion. We also want to come out of the cycle of birth and death, right? We want to go back to Krishna. So unless if we want to go back, obviously we have to get out of this. We are not like pure devotees that even if you put me in middle of all non-devotees, I can do without any issue, in the devotional service. We are not like that. We may again fall down. So we don't want to take such risk, right? So the pure devotees don't ask, because any place they can meditate upon Lord. They don't have any problem. When if they are in hell, they can think about the Lord. We are not in that condition, right? So we can contemplate on that when we do the prayer. Very nice interpretation. So we're happy. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna Mataji.